Happy New Year, CPRS members, and it's great to be with you. My name is Professor Anne Gregory, and I'm the director of the Global Capability Framework Project. And I'm here with Professor Amy Thurlow from Mount St. Vincent University and a member of CPRS. And we're going to talk to you about the Global Capability Framework and Canada's role in developing it. So welcome, Amy.
Thank you.
Good to be with you this afternoon. So
yes,
first of all, it's a bit of a mouthful, a Global Capability Framework. So what is it?
Well, the Global Capability Framework is a structure that allows PR practitioners, individuals or managers, teams, educators and students to identify essentially the benchmarks for what constitutes excellent public relations practice, or what the core capabilities are for excellent practice of public relations. And the beautiful thing about this project is it's not limited to just one geographical jurisdiction or one area of the world, which a lot of previous work has been very valuable, but focused in a particular area, in a particular area of practice. So the global nature of this framework was really something that was a privilege to work on with you, and of course, and as part of a team of 9 countries from around the world. So we really have a good, real good insight into how public relations is practiced in different areas, but what the key consistent components or capabilities of really good practice are.
So I know that you and Professor Alex Sevigny from McMaster University did all the hard yards in Canada. So what was the contribution of Canada to this global framework?
Right, so it was a great opportunity for us. My colleague Alex Sevigny and I, we were part of a project that rolled out, as I mentioned, in 9 countries. So in Canada, we mirrored what was happening in other countries, but it was a very comprehensive process across the board. And so we have both a distinctly Canadian glimpse into what PR practice looks like, and we can also compare it to the global framework. And we started with Delphi technique methodology. So what that means is we contacted experts in public relations practice across Canada, so Canadian thought leaders in terms of public relations practice, and we asked them to go through a fairly exhaustive process of discussion and reflection, and come up with what were the core capabilities that as they saw it in terms of what public relations practitioners needed to be doing. And then we took kind of boiled down the insights from that group, and we tested what we found there amongst a wider range of practitioners. We did some interviews. The study is actually focused in 3 groups. So we talked to practitioners, we also talked to employers, and we talked to academics. And that group in some cases included students and educators in that category. And we asked each of those groups to provide insight and reflection and essentially react to the information we had got from our expert group. And then in the final phase of our piece of the project, we did a national survey of PR practitioners and tested our information on a larger sample size to make sure that it resonated with a large group and that we could really be confident in our results. So that's a elaborate description of our methodology, but essentially the point is we really did a lot of work with the Canadian perspective and came up with Canadian capabilities, which matched very well with the national perspective.
Yes, it was amazing, wasn't it? The coincidence of the core capabilities around the world on every continent. There were things in common, slight differences because the context is different, but there was really key agreement, wasn't there, on so many of these capabilities. So I guess the next question is, well, why is this important then to Canadian practitioners?
Well, I think for 2 reasons. The first one is, and this applies generally to you know, on a global perspective, that we really have a lot of confidence in the capabilities. There are 11 global capabilities that were identified, and these can really give us a strong foundation in terms of what public relations practice entails and how it is conducted or ought to be conducted in an excellent fashion. Um, the the other aspect of this is there's an assessment tool that's part of this process. So not only can we identify capabilities, we also now have the tool that we can put in the hands of practitioners or team managers, educators, or whoever's using the framework, and they can assess where they are in terms of capabilities, and even more importantly, where they want to go and what steps they need to take that journey.
Well, that sounds really exciting. So what does this tool look like, and when can I get my hands on it?
It will be available through the CPRS website. And this is just a wonderful opportunity for CPRS members across Canada. The Society has made the assessment tool available and the information of the framework as well. And further down this page, you'll find out all the details of what we have planned for the rollout of this opportunity over the coming year.
So suppose I was a manager and I had a public relations department of a few people, and I wanted to use this tool. What sort of things would I use it for?
Oh, great question. Yeah, you know that it's a wide range of applicability for managers and their teams, but one of the most valuable aspects is the assessment tool allows individual members of your team to assess their own assess themselves against the capabilities, and basically do a self-assessment of what their strengths and weaknesses are in terms of those global capabilities. And then when the team manager sees all of these capabilities blended into a team report, so they're sort of laid on top of each other, so you get like a comprehensive or a collective, I guess, report. Then the manager will be able to see quite easily where the strengths in the team are and where areas of development might be. And then that makes just the whole process of coming up with professional development opportunities or resources for team members, or even strategic hiring practices, or whatever the direction that the team wants to go. It gives a comprehensive look at where the team stands with these capabilities.
That sounds fantastic. And I know that this tool is available for free, I understand, to CPRS members, and it's an exclusive offer, so you have to be a member to be able to access it. So how long is it going to be available for, Amy, throughout the year?
Yes, it will be available throughout the year. It's being made available now in early January, and then each month or every couple of months there'll be another event or opportunity or professional development opportunity to teach PR practitioners who are interested more about the tool and how to use it. And throughout the course of the next 12 months, we hope to engage all CPRS members in using the framework.
Sounds fantastic. So great to be a member of CPRS at the beginning of 2021 to get access to this tool. And Amy says the details are further down this page. So glad to be involved with promoting this to the CPRS. You join lots of other countries around the world, and together as a profession, we're really building our capability and moving forward. Thank you for joining us, Amy. Thank you so much for today.
Thank you,